So, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's dissent in the Supreme Court ruling on nationwide injunction was a blistering critique of the majority's decision, which she viewed as a dangerous erosion of judicial authority and constitutional protections. Here's a summary of her key points. Existential threat to the rule of law. Bullet 1. Jackson warned that allowing the executive branch to continue enforcing policies deemed unconstitutional simply because not all affected parties have sued poses an existential threat to the rule of law. That makes sense to me. Point 2. Criticism of majority's logic. She argued that the majority's reasoning, this is the majority of the Supreme Court justices, reasoning permits unlawful executive behavior and undermines the judiciary's role as a check on power. She wrote, executive lawlessness will flourish and our beloved constitutional republic will be no more. All right, point number 2. Point number 3, defense of universal injunctions. Jackson defended the use of nationwide injunctions as a necessary tool to prevent widespread harm from unconstitutional policies, especially when immediate relief is needed for vulnerable populations. Okay? And then tone and language. Next bullet. Her dissent was emotionally charged and deeply concerned. She described the ruling as destructive, perverse, and wrong, and said the court was so caught up in minutia that it misses the plot. Okay? She's basically calling them all out. And then constitutional value. Jackson emphasized that the Constitution was designed to prevent executive overreach and that the court's decision betrayed those principles by enabling unchecked presidential power. Yes, this will be studied for many, many years. Okay. Her dissent stood out not just for its legal arguments, but for the impassioned defense of democratic norms. Okay. That was her dissent on the ruling.